Officially, let's get this video started. So, okay, Dad. So basically, everybody talks about you being an innovator. You know, like exploring different.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
people do talk about that. So if you go to ChatGPT, it says, you know, you're an innovator. So that's what you are.
Okay.
Also a master blender and who has worked with many tobaccos throughout your lifetime. More recently with the Endure, you're now back working with a Cameroon wrapper,
Right.
which we have already talked about. It's been decades since, you know, you worked with it. It was one of your first tobaccos to work with and you love it. So what other tobaccos are out there that kind of have your attention right now?
Right now, you know, I'm really getting excited about Honduran tobaccos. You know, I unfortunately, you know, I just got into it probably about 3 or 4 years ago. I wish I'd, you know, I'd gotten more into it before, but it is what it is. You know, things happen for a reason. And that's the tobacco, like, you know, I've mentioned before, you know, it's a very unique tobacco because it's a combination to me of a Nicaraguan and a Dominican tobacco. You know, it has some of the complexity, the you know, creaminess, the flavors of Dominican and also of Nicaragua and the strength of the Nicaraguan tobaccos. So I get very excited about that, and it's surprisingly, I was in Honduras last year, and the amount of tobacco that's being grown down there is, you know, incredible, and great tobacco, I have to say. So I'm excited about that. I'm also excited about a tobacco in my backyard in Dominican from the area of Jacagua.
Okay.
And it's an olor seed. And I was really surprised because, you know, this tobacco, I never really got into working with olor seed tobacco. And I'm starting to find, you know, how I can integrate that type of tobacco with different blends. As a matter of fact, we just had a seminar, Pro Cigar, using some of these tobaccos, and it was really an eye-opener, not only for myself, but everybody at that
You made a
seminar.
blend?
Yeah.
For the
seminar. Yeah, for Pro Cigar.
What did you mix it with? What was the
Well,
blend?
we made it with tobaccos from the Menendez farms, and we use Criollo. We use a seed that he grows called Carbonel,
And where's that? Just so
and
viewers could...
that's mostly from
Okay,
Jacagua,
okay.
from Jacagua,
Okay.
and from Mao. I believe the tobacco was
Okay.
from the area of Mao. So I got, you know, once we tried that blend, I got very excited because it also blends well with Nicaraguan tobacco. So that's something that in the future, you know, I want to start doing, you know, some blends using the different tobaccos, you know, from that area of Jacagua.
Okay.
The ligeros, the visos, the binders. Not only the olor, but also the criollos and maybe corojos. I think they're growing.
What's the
corojos.
difference with, let's say, the Allure and the Criollo?
Well, the olor is really the seed that is, I guess you could say it's a Dominican seed.
Okay.
And it grows very well in Dominican. There's different regions. There's Navarrete, there is Jacagua, there is San Victor, there is the other area, I'm trying to think, Villa González. So this tobacco, it's seen, you know, it's seen as a tobacco that's mild. It is, you know, kind of a mild tobacco. But for instance, the one from Jacagua and from San Victor have a completely different strength level than the one from Villa González in Navarrete. So it's, you know, it's very interesting to work with that in the future. And
And the Criollo, you were saying the
the
Criollo?
Criollo 98. The Criollo 98 is a tobacco that, you know, that's probably the tobacco that's grown the most in Dominican Republic in different areas. But we use, you know, what I like in the Dominican tobaccos, I enjoy very much the Corojo 99 from, you know, La Canela, from Navarrete. So we work a lot with those, you know, as a matter of fact, we use those tobacco in the inch. So I enjoy those tobacco. And the Sumatra, we use also a Corojo 99 from Mao, which is,
Okay.
you know, gives it that flavor that it just blends very well with the Nicaraguan tobaccos. So those are the type of things that, you know, I get pumped out about, you know, seeing all these different tobaccos that I can still, you know, work with. And it's exciting. It's exciting.
And how about something maybe less known? Is there something kind of, I know you had talked about some Brazilian tobacco.
Well, Brazil, yeah, Brazil, you know, unfortunately Brazil, you know, we have some Mata Fina that's been there, I guess, about 10 years. And that's a tobacco also, Matafina, that I use as filler, but only for very, very special projects. I haven't used it in a while. Last one that we used it in, can't even remember, but it was a while back. Now, because of the
Was it in
availability,
the,
wasn't it the availability? No, the Dueto was Mata Norte.
no, it was.
That was from Brazil.
Elencos?
The Elencos, the right?
Yeah,
We use that,
Elencos.
yeah. So, again, those are tobaccos that I think have a future in our company. We're also getting more into the in the future with Corojo wrappers. We at one time we made an inch Corojo many years ago.
I remember.
And yeah, at that time, Corojo wasn't being grown as much as it is nowadays.
Okay.
So it's something that, in the future, either for us or for, one of our partners that makes brands with us, we'll start, using it. So there is a project for that, but for 2026.
So if you guys have any questions for Ernesto, please ask them below. We will make sure to get them answered by him. Anything having to do with tobacco or tobaccos you like, or any even blend suggestions, we always like to hear your comments.
Yes.
Be sure to subscribe so that you can find out about all of our upcoming videos right away. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you. It's a pleasure.